Spring has finally sprung, and if you're like me, you need to shake off the cobwebs that so easily form in the cold, dark winter months. One of the best ways you can make a physical and mental change for the better is by making an effort to cook healthy meals for you and your family at home and to save eating at restaurants for those special occasions. Growing up in a household where my mother was a former exec chef at a local reputable restaurant, coupled with her love for a holistic and organic approach to meals, I was familiarized with cooking healthy meals at home from a young age. And as I grew through my teens and into my early 20s, I held various jobs in restaurants where I realized why these meals from behind closed doors were so tasty. Butter, oil, salt, and sugar are a chef's best friend. I want to let you know the benefits of cooking for yourself or your family, be it saving time, money, or boosting your physical and mental state after the winter months. Believe it or not, cooking at home saves you time. If you add up the amount of time spent traveling to the restaurant, waiting for your meal, eating, and traveling home, it's safe to say it took more time than if you had just stayed at home to cook. If you have a limited number of hours at home during the week, you can meal prep for the week on Sunday. This can involve cooking your favorite meats and storing them in the refrigerator. Don't worry, cooked food typically lasts a full week if it is kept cold. You can even pre-cook some meals and store them in the freezer for several months. Pre-cooking meals, or at least some of the meals for the week, can drastically reduce your meal prep time after getting home from work. You save on cleanup time too. There's less of a tendency to eat larger portions, which are served in many restaurants. When eating at home, you can go back for a second serving if you are still hungry. In a restaurant, you may stuff yourself merely because the menu item you chose came with an absurdly large serving. Limiting the amount of courses eaten is another effective health tip. 3 or 4 course restaurant meals, they're not typically made by people at home for themselves or their family. And even if you do cook too much, you can save your food for leftover meals. This goes back to saving time, and you can even have easy lunches that'll save you time and money. Most people know that cooking at home will be cost effective in the long run, but it's understandable that grocery shopping can be easy to ring up a very large bill at the register. It's important to remember that this food will last for multiple weeks, while the same bill may only buy you 5 or so restaurant meals. Additionally, when eating at a restaurant, there is a tendency to waste the leftovers. Not everybody wants to take home a doggy bag. And sometimes the meals are cooked with so much fat that they look barely palatable after a night in the refrigerator. It's good to remember that restaurants prep for the week as well, so the food on your plate could be a lot less fresh than you think. And therefore, it will not keep very long even if kept cold. There has been a lot of debate about organic food versus GMOs, or genetically modified organisms. And without getting too far into the good crop versus evil crop debate, there are undeniable benefits to eating organic food that is grown locally. Go to your local Saturday farmers market. Buy organic foods from local farmers. The prices are very, very affordable as compared to buying organic in a grocery store. And you're helping support your local economy. It's a win-win situation between farmers and those that purchase their vegetables, free-range meats, jarred and pickled side dishes, or, although it's not the healthiest thing, their homemade baked goods. I would like to add that eating a lesser amount of processed foods in general is a good thing. In a way, our food is evolving faster than our bodies may be. It is good to give your body a break from over-processed foods and instead eat organically from time to time. The last point I would like to make is cooking at home is fun. It can be turned into a family activity. Everybody always needs prep help in the kitchen. Getting everyone in the family involved in the making the meal brings the family together and creates an excellent venue for dialogue, which seems increasingly more difficult in this age of technology. Getting everyone together to help cook the meals also teaches valuable skills to children, like important safety principles with things like sharp objects and raw meat. Cooking at home is still fun and interesting for adults too. There are always new recipes to try. Simply Googling healthy home recipe will literally yield thousands of delicious results. And lastly, it makes those times where you do eat out more fun and special. If nearly all meals are eaten in a restaurant, the novelty of good service and tasty food begins to wear off. Saving restaurant eating for special times makes those times even better. So what a great way to turn over a new spring leaf by making an effort to cook healthy at home. It can be educational, fun, interesting, and new. Doctors always say, eat right and exercise. Now you know a little more about the first half of that expression. And in the end, who doesn't like saving money?